So what exactly did I do to get my clients an insane return on their advertising spend in just 2 months? We had around a $15 cost per high qualified lead who literally gave us a reason for wanting our client's service, a 20 to 25% lead to appointment rate for a 5 to 7 figure ticket offer. So when the client came on, once we onboarded them and once we actually started running the ads, it did not look really good. The leads were coming at a very high cost. My client would complain about the quality as well and the lack of the leads that they're getting and appointments that they're getting, because if you're getting not many leads, you're not going to get a lot of appointments, right? So I had to sit down and I had to really figure this out. So the problem was that in the home improvement niche, you usually get very, very, very high competition, especially if you are targeting a certain area. So the only way to really win is by having a really good offer and a really good ad that captures interest, that captures attention, and that gets people to fill out the lead form and then book an appointment with the client. So I started testing a lot of different things and actually took on the service delivery myself. And what ended up happening literally blew my mind. I mean, we finally hit a jackpot. So we generated $15 costs per super qualified leads, 20 to 25% lead to appointment ratio, and our client actually was able to close multiple 5 to 6 figure projects. So if you clicked on this video, good on you, because I'm going to be showing you how to structure your campaigns, how to write your ad copies, how to frame your ad creatives, and make sure you watch all the way till the end, because none of this is going to be useful until you know how to actually properly test these stuff, which I'll show you later on in the video. So let's get right into my screen so I can show you every single thing that I've done in order to get these insane results for my client. So your service delivery or being able to get exceptional results all starts from your onboarding and the information you get from your clients. And that's the first thing I do when I onboard my clients, is that I just want to know as much as possible as I can with some of their sales information, which I'm about to go over, what makes a lead qualified in their eyes, their ideal customer profile, and kind of start building that out with them. Any past offers that they have ever run, any discounts that they have ever given, and essentially then kind of using all that information in order to build up my offer first, and then from my offer create my ad copy, and then from my ad copies create the actual ad creatives. So I'm going all the way back, and this is something that you guys should do. Start with the onboarding process. This is kind of a make or break on whether you're going to get good results or you're going to get average results. So first, obviously, we want to find out their current revenue if you haven't. So hypothetically, let's say my client makes around 30K per month and they want to be able to scale to 60K per month. So a 50% increase. Their average ticket price. So in this case, I'm going to be talking more about like local service-based businesses such as home improvement, but this should work for like any local service-based business, right? Not just home improvement. Kind of everything that I'm going to go over today kind of goes into everything else that you do for lead generation and appointment getting through paid ads. So average ticket price, let's say it's around 10 grand for a bathroom remodel. A number of leads. You want to ask your client how many leads they've been able to get the past 30 days, right, without you. So let's say only 20 leads, right? So now you kind of know the current situation of your client. Now we want to find out what they're willing to spend. So the advertising spend. Let's say they are comfortable with spending $1,500 per month. Our cost per lead target. I mean, let's actually reverse engineer this real quick. So in order to get to 60K per month, they need a 50% increase from their current revenue, 50 or 100% increase from their current revenue. So basically generate 30K more compared to what they're currently generating. So in order to be able to do that, we need 3 sales every single month. You would then go on to ask them about their close rate. Let's say it's around 20%, right? So now we got to figure out how many appointments do we need to be able to generate them in order for them to be able to close 3 new deals every single month. So let's say 20%. Let me get my calculator out. Yeah, so it's around, let's say, 15 appointments per month with 20% close rate. That's 3 sales. To be on the safe side, we can also do like 15, 20 appointments per month, right? And what you've just done is set a goal, right? Or you've set a KPI on a monthly basis. Now, an average lead to appointment ratio that I've seen throughout like any industry, really, my industry, my clients' industries, literally any industry you can think of, especially with Facebook ads, a lead to appointment ratio is around 20%. So out of all the leads that you get, 20% of those leads will convert into actual appointments. So now you can take that and reverse engineer how many leads you need every single month in order to be able to generate 15 to 20 appointments. So leads needed per month, if 20% convert, and we need around 15, 16 appointments per month. So we need, yeah. So we need around 70, counting the fake leads or any spam leads, maybe 80 leads per month, just to be on the safe side, right? So this is your second KPI, right? You need to get 80 leads every single month. You need to get 15 to 20 appointments with a 20% average lead to appointment conversion. That's 15, 20 appointments every single month. And out of those 15, 20, if your client has a 20% close rate, I feel like everyone should have a 20% close rate at least, especially if they're doing 30K per month. That would be 3 sales generated every single month. Might be more, might be less, but we should aim to be close to 3 sales every single month, right? I mean, they'll probably be happy with 1 or 2 as well, but 3 is kind of our KPI as well. So now we can identify our cost per lead target. So 80 leads per month, you take the $1,500 ad spend and you divide that by 80. And there we have our cost per lead, right? KPI. So no matter what you do, you need to be able to get an $18 cost per lead. And this could be like your Polo Star, right? Something that you follow or something that kind of guides your strategy and direction, right? So $18, everything that you do, everything that you test out, all the campaigns that you run, you should be able to optimize for an $18 cost per lead maximum, right? In order to get 80 leads every single month. And out of those 80 leads, try to get 15, 20 appointments. Out of those 15, 20 appointments, try to get to 3 sales every single month. Now, obviously, this is like the perfect case scenario, but this should give you an idea and give your clients some expectations of what you guys can achieve. The next thing I would do is essentially ask my client what makes someone qualified, right? So they could say, looking to move forward in the next 2 months max, right? Next thing could be homeowner, 35 plus. Next thing could be looking to, I guess not window shopping, because I know in this industry there's a lot of window shoppers, so I guess a lead will be qualified if they're not actually window shopping, right? If they actually want to do a bathroom remodel and they're not just kind of looking around for different offers. Next thing could be maybe received a previous quote. And obviously has a budget of 10,000 minimum. Right. So these are the qualifications, right? This is what your client would expect a qualified lead to be, right? And now all you got to do is kind of work with this in order to come up with your lead form questions. So questions to ask in order to qualify a lead before they become a lead based on what your client has just told you in terms of like what makes someone qualified. It could be like, what is your timeline for the project? Or right? Other thing, this is something I really like doing, is like manual phone number input, because if you ever run Facebook ads, you know that they have the autofill feature, and the autofill really kills the quality sometimes. So I always, if possible, if I want to, like, put a manual phone number section in where they have to manually type out the phone number for us to get in touch with them. Another thing could be um, what is your budget range? This could be a multiple choice, and in that multiple choice, you could be like maybe like 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, right? So yeah, this could be the budget range. Now, with budget questions, always be careful and make sure to test them out, because sometimes using this question as a top of funnel question could really scare some people away. I mean, some people might not even know their budgets. That's why they're looking for quotes to be able to determine their budget. So this would be like a gray area, I guess, if you want to try implement it. If not, then don't. You can come up with more questions. So, not window shopping. Now, window shopping, one question I like is like, what is your reason for wanting X, right? Wanting X is usually like the type of service your client provides. So could be bathroom remodel. The next thing is ideal customer profile. So now we want to be able to start building up a picture. And this is important, like in any marketing campaign, is just to always have your ideal customer in your mind when you're writing out your copy, when you're coming up with offers for your client. Always have that ideal customer, right? So family, dog owner, maybe. Let's go to parks, likes quality, lives in the suburbs. Right. So as an example, demographics 35 to 60. Now, demographics just for bathroom remodeling, obviously anyone below an age of 35 might not be able to afford a $10,000 bathroom. I'm not the one to judge. Maybe they can. But what I usually do is do 35. But it really depends on what type of service your clients offers, right? If they're offering like Cairo services and they charge like $250 for it, you can go down to 18 to 60, right? I mean, $250 for a Cairo service, anyone can get that. So yeah, just make sure to tailor the demographics based on your client service and just using your own kind of logical reasoning. Pain points. Now we want to ask our clients, like, what pain points do their clients usually struggle with when it comes to getting their bathroom remodeled? So one pain point could be long waiting times. Um, Quality is a big one in this industry, from what I know. Price maybe too expensive. Long appointment waiting times for companies. That could create impatience. That happens as well. So yeah, ideally just list out a list of different pain points. Now, dream outcomes. A spa-like oasis in their home, quick and efficient, not stressful, and the quality is top-notch, affordable, and within their budgets. Any past offers, maybe 20% off, buy one, get one free, a goodie bag, a freebie, right? So just ask your client what past offers they've run before. Time frame to deliver the service. So bathroom remodeling usually takes 4 to 6 weeks. right? So once you've kind of onboarded your client and you got all this information, this kind of gives you the knowledge to go ahead and start doing some research and coming up with your offer. Then with your offer, writing out the ad copy, and then with the ad copy, creating your creatives. And then the last thing is just building out the campaigns. So in terms of offer, what I would do is I'd potentially go to maybe forums such as Reddit or Quora, or I try to do a Google search, maybe look at YouTube, maybe look at what other companies are doing, right, on the Facebook ads library, and basically see, like, kind of try get an idea of the current market. However, if you're already like working with clients, then you probably have an idea of what the market is like, which is good because then you can take something that worked for your other client in another area and implement it or try to implement it into this client. So it really depends, but I would definitely do some market research before coming up with my offer in order to truly find something that people truly want. Because the main problem with like a lot of offers that I see today is that companies are trying to give out 20%, 15%, right? And this might not be as enticing, right? Or they might approach it with a wrong angle. They might say, hey, we're giving away 20% off on this service or 15% off on this service, right? These days, discounts are usually expected, especially if you're advertising online. Like, people are just numb to discounts, so you kind of have to be a bit more creative when it comes to running Facebook ads for yourself if you are a local service business or if you're an agency working with clients. So some of my past offers, like, basically included get 20% off your current bathroom quote plus receive a free consultation or a 3D design plan worth $250. If you sign up today, we will give you a feedback or a voucher for something. Right, so just be creative with your offers, right? And this is what creative offer is. Rather than saying get 20% off, I'm saying get 20% of your current bathroom quote. So that means I'm basically guaranteeing that I'm going to quote 20% less than the current quote without like sacrificing quality, which is what I'm going to mention in my ad copy. Plus receive a free consultation 3D design plan worth $250. And if you sign up today, you will get a goodie bag or a voucher for something, right? So this is actually like what someone will want rather than just 20% off your service, right? Okay. So the next thing, once you kind of came up with your offer, now this is a very raw style offer. If you guys want me to kind of go into a lot of detail, I just want to keep this video not too long. But if you do want me to go into a lot of detail about how to actually come up with non-brainer offers and how to actually come up with creative offers that you could test out, then let me know down in the comments and I'll make a video on that. But apart from that, moving on to the next thing, which is our ad copy, the structure I like to follow is as follows. So call out my audience. I usually see homeowners in, let's say, Washington. Looking to remodel their bathrooms in the next 3 months. This will save you a lot of money or a budget. We are next 5 homeowners who sign up receive a quote from us. Then we want to put our offer. Will all of this without long waiting times, without without sacrificing your quality of materials, and most importantly, without stress. What's something else? So you go back to the pain points. And without putting a dent into your budget. Before and after. Now you can either do a before and after or do a testimonial, right? So usually a testimonial works great, right? So you could just put in a testimonial from your clients. I love XYZ company. David, call to action. Click learn more to secure your coupon for this offer. Once we get 5 homeowners, we will be discontinuing this promotion forever. Right. So raw draft, very raw draft. I'd probably work on this a lot more, just to kind of go to the next points of this video. You get the structure. Something like this would do. Just make sure to follow the structure. Remember, it's either before, after, or a testimonial, and then you want to restate the offer and then call to action. So yeah, just a raw draft. Add emojis. Emojis work very well for ad copies for local service-based businesses. Make it short and concise. Make it easy to read. Here, I'll probably add like a home emoji to catch attention. And yeah, make it easy, very, very easy to read. Like it shouldn't be complicated. The next thing, we essentially want to just like match our creatives to our ad copy and our offer, and basically try and build some trust and social proof. The reason why we need to build trust and social proof is because there's a lot of advertisers out there that your clients' probably seen before. One thing that surrounds kind of internet marketing is just skepticism, right? So we want to be able to kind of showcase our previous work, have some client interviews, have your client actually create a video as an ad creative. What worked for us the most is like having video client testimonials and having our clients basically create a video for us. We'd simply give them the script and they'll just pick up their phone just like this, film whatever they're filming or whatever our script is, and we would just add some captions on there and that would work out really well. Usually the script would just be, again, the ad copy, but made into like a video. So yeah, other examples that you can use is just like project images. You don't have to add any like graphics. Like the main point of running a good ad is to make the ad not look like an ad, is one thing I learned. So whenever you're running ads, just like ask yourself, does this look like an ad? Because people don't like being sold to. So if something looks like an ad, it won't get their attention and they'll keep scrolling. And if they keep scrolling, your costs are going to be high. So yeah, simple ads, project images. These are from Canva. Use your own project images. Other type of creatives, again, your client speak into a camera, just rewrite your ad copy that we just done together into a video script and send it over to your client. And once your client films the video, you can use different apps such as Captions is one that I like to use for captions, or Submagic as well is pretty good for captions. You can use that to edit your client's video. Customer video testimonial. And the last thing is an AI B-roll, right? For some reason, AI videos tend to work out very well, especially when it comes to lead generation. So if your client doesn't have project images, which I doubt they wouldn't, customer video testimonials, or if they don't want to sort of speak on camera, then your last option should be the AI B-roll, right? And the AI B-roll is basically just have a voiceover of the video script that your client would have done but doesn't want to do. Have sort of a voiceover for that, have captions, and then whilst sort of the AI speaking, have like different B-roll videos, images, and so forth in the background. So yeah, implementing all of this. This is a client's account here. 10 leads so far, £8.78, which I think is around $9-10 per lead, per qualified lead, just because we asked them 2 qualifying questions before they even become a lead. And from what I know, out of those 10 leads, 2 have actually already booked into an appointment. We started this maybe like 2-3 days ago, and we've already been able to get 2 appointments for this client. So this is the exact same thing that I've done, which I went over in today's video. And the last thing I want to do is just kind of show you how to set up the actual ad account. So you'd go in the ads manager of your clients, you click create, and then you click on leads, click continue, manual leads campaign, click continue again, wait for that to load. Have a good naming convention. So, as an agency, say media, test one, right? Something I would name it as. A/B test, leave that as off. Advantage campaign budget, we don't use CBO, so turn that off as well. Ad set level, name this ad set as broad audience, non-dynamic. What I mean by non-dynamic is Facebook has a new feature where you can upload a bunch of different creatives into one ad set and it will dynamically test them. So the algorithm will decide which ones to push and which one not to push. I usually like to test. So I like to test between a non-dynamic and a dynamic ad set to see kind of which one works better, whether I can rely on the algorithm or whether I can just rely on myself. For the campaign that I just showed you, I'm using a non-dynamic. So that means I'm just uploading the creatives into this ad set and I'm letting Facebook spend on all of them without really letting the algorithm have too much control. Here, depending on where a lead would become a lead, I usually do Facebook lead forms. I feel like that's the easiest. It also gives you very cheap cost per leads just because Facebook does like users staying on the platform. So this would be good for you. Facebook page, just again, make sure to choose the right Facebook page. Performance goal. Now here you can either maximize the number of leads or maximize number of conversion leads. Now conversion leads are basically people that are most likely to convert after sharing their information with you. Now I play around with this. I usually like to go with maximize number of leads. The reason for this is when it first comes to running a client's ad, I just want to play on volume and basically gather as much data as possible at the start, and then from the data, iterate anything that needs to be iterated. Dynamic creative, this is what I was talking about. So I have this off. I suggest you start off with off, run it, see how it performs. If it doesn't perform, then just turn it on, create a new asset, and then turn on the dynamic creative. Sorry. Sometimes dynamics work better on some accounts, but doesn't work on some accounts. So it's all about testing, really. There's no right or wrong answer. Daily budget, set your daily budget. If it's 1,500, you would take that, depending on the month. 1,500 divided by 30, that's 50 a day. So just make sure to change that to 50 a day. Audience controls. So just click on edit and then you'll be able to search for locations. You can also add locations in bulk. So you can add postal codes. You can ask your client to send you postal codes. Countries, you can add countries like this. So if your client has specific zip codes that they want to target, you can upload them that way. If not, then just first search for locations here. States. Like that, and you would have selected. Then click on show more options. Minimum age. Actually, before you do that, as you can see, sometimes Facebook turns on Advantage Plus Audience. Just switch over to original audience options, right? Use original audience. This way you'll be able to kind of customize it a bit more. So just make sure to change back to original audiences. Again, choose your location here. And this is where the age, 1865 plus. Genders, I usually don't target interests. I feel like it's a waste of time because Facebook's algorithm will basically be able to tell who your audience is based on your ad copy and creative. So I usually don't really put any interest. If I have to, I will put one interest, but I wouldn't like just spam Facebook with different interests. Languages, depending on where you are, but I usually just do this, right? And you can always see sort of the estimated audience size. Rule of thumb, make sure it's not less than 1 million. If it's less than 1 million, then it's going to get very, very expensive for you. So try to get into that million audience size range. Advantage Plus placements, leave that on. Then go into your actual ad. Select your pages again. And then here is where you would add sort of the media, right? So these stuff here. So add one image or one video. So you'd click on add media, add image or video. Primary text, this is your ad copy. So you'd go back, just copy your ad copy, right? Headline, usually what I like to do for a headline is I just do claim offer. Claim offer, and I'd have like the pointing finger emoji pointing to the learn more button. Descriptions, I would have limited spots available. And call to action would be essentially learn more. I like to use learn more. I've tested apply now, get offer, get quote, but learn more just works better for some reason. The last thing you want to do is create a form. So creating a form is not hard. Just click on create form, more volume, intro. Now, what I like to do here is to essentially just like upload an image of like a nice looking kitchen or whatever your client's project or like services. So just put in like a nice image of like a kitchen or a bathroom here just to make the lead form look nicer. Headline, here I would restate my offer. Claim 20% off below your quote. Go back, see what my offer is. And then again, add emojis here to make it look, I guess, a little bit better. Now here, questions. So go back on what type of questions you would ask. So the first one we would do is like, what's your timeline? It will be a multiple choice. It's 30 days. Now make sure you don't give more than 4 options. I find that works best. Now second question could be manual phone number. I really like that question. Short answer. And I'll say, what is the best phone number to contact you? And the last question, max that you want to have is 3 questions. We do have a client that actually has like 8 or 9 questions, but that just makes their leads like super, super qualified. So it really depends on whether you want volume or like just super, super, super quality. If you want both kind of volume and kind of the quality, then I would suggest just having 3 questions max, 4 questions max, right? So coming back, I'll just keep it as 2 questions. Pre-fill questions. This is the autofill stuff that Facebook does. So it basically autofills these areas here. So here again, what I'll do is ask for a phone number, right? So then I could basically have 2 phone numbers now that I could try and contact. And then depends if you want, you could also include a zip code. Never hurts. Privacy policy here, just add a website link. It doesn't have to be an actual privacy policy. Just add your client's website link. Then the last section is this is where we want to essentially get them to go ahead and book an appointment with us. So what we would do is important step. Click schedule to secure your coupon for your spot is reserved for the next 24 hours. But if you do right, so create a sense of urgency for them to actually go ahead and book an appointment. Call to action. You could do like schedule quote, schedule appointment, or claim coupon. Add a link to the booking page here, and then call to action button is view website. So this is your form, pretty simple. Just make sure to customize it here. Add an image of like a nice looking picture that is related to your client service. Have your offer here, add some emojis as well. Up maximum 4 questions. Trying to include the phone number question. This is a good one. Pre-fill, privacy policy, and important last step. Right. And then if you want to sort of like the way we would basically start running ads is we would test out 3 to 4 ad creatives at once. So here what I would do is I would quickly duplicate this ad, and then all I would do is simply change the media, right? So the first step that we take is testing ad creatives. Once we find an ad creative that works out well, we then go on to try and test different ad copies to see if we can further optimize the ads. However, if we start testing the ad creatives first and we find a winner that's getting us really good quality leads, really good cost per leads, then we don't want to touch it. Like we don't want to mess with it. So we just let it keep on running. However, if you feel like there's a further need to kind of optimize this, then what I would suggest you do is instead of touching this ad set that has the winning ad, just basically duplicate the whole campaign and change or create another sandbox simulation in the new campaign. Don't touch the winning campaign. Some people say don't touch the winning ad set. I say don't touch the winning campaign, right? So yeah, this is essentially every single thing that we do in order to get pretty solid results for all of our clients. I'll upload some screenshots right now so you can see for yourself. And yeah, if you have sort of like any questions on this, or if you guys are confused about anything, this has been a pretty long video, I know, but do let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit like if you enjoyed the video. Go ahead, try implement the system. Let me know if it works out well for you. And yeah, also make sure to join the free community. We are coming out with a free training soon. This will be a really good one. I'm very, very excited for it actually. So yeah, make sure to join the free community. And then once the free training is released, it will go over the sales, outreach, paid ads, service delivery, literally everything that you need in order to run a successful agency on there. So again, make sure to join that. And one last thing, if you guys want some weekly newsletters from myself, I personally write them. Might not be the best right now, but I'm trying. But yeah, if you guys want the weekly newsletters, then make sure to subscribe to that in my description. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one.